What is going on in the Tucson real estate market here at the end of 2022? What's going on with interest rates? What's going on with existing construction homes with both cash buyers and buyers getting financing? What's going on with new construction homes? And what should sellers keep in mind in this market? And what are the predictions for the future? Hey everyone, it's Kimberly, your go-to real estate agent here in Tucson, Arizona, and today we are doing a real estate market update video for Tucson and all of the surrounding areas as we get closer to finishing up the end of 2022. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate here in Tucson, please reach out to me. I would love to help you out. All my contact information is in the description below each video on this channel. We have over 100 videos on this channel about things that you need to know about Tucson and the things to do and see here, so feel free to explore the rest of the channel after the video, and feel free to comment below about anything Tucson related, and of course like and subscribe if you'd like to follow along with more Tucson videos. So the market has definitely changed since the beginning of 2022. At the beginning of the year we were seeing 3 or 3.5% interest rates, and now in some cases for some buyers they have doubled. And of course, no surprise to anyone, this means that buyers are just slowing down on their home purchases, and there's a couple of different reasons for that. First of all, if you're interested in buying a home, the high interest rate is scaring a lot of people away. A lot of people are hoping that that interest rate will come back down, so they're wanting to wait until maybe they can get a better deal on their monthly payment, because of course the interest rate is part of the deciding factor of what that monthly payment will be. But other buyers are holding off buying even though they would have purchased in the market, simply because they refinanced when interest rates were lower. So they currently have really low interest rates on their homes that they actually live in now, and they're thinking to themselves, why would I want to let go of this 2 or 3% interest rate on a house that I only like a little bit to purchase a higher priced house with a higher interest rate? I've also been hearing time and time again over the past few months that buyers are waiting to see what happens with the election results, just so that they have a little bit more of an idea of maybe how the stock market might change or how other factors in the economy might change. So I'm guessing that now that the election's over, we're going to see a change in the world of real estate, just like everything else. One thing I might say to buyers who want to purchase a home now but are nervous about the interest rates is to remember that since there are fewer buyers out there right now, there are more opportunities for buyers to negotiate their terms than we have seen for the last several years. In other words, instead of paying $30,000 over list price for a home that you were buying as is, you have more of an opportunity to purchase a little bit under the list price and ask for the seller to pay some or all of your closing costs. You're more likely to get an offer like that accepted now than you would have been in the past when it was a seller's market over the past several years. This means that you can use some of the money that the sellers give you to buy down your interest rate, which of course is a wonderful thing in itself. But even if you aren't able to work that out with the seller, keep in mind that when you purchase a home, you are locked into the price of the home, but you are not locked into the interest rate. What that means is if you pay $400,000 for a house, you will have to pay the mortgage on a $400,000 house during the course of the loan. However, if you get locked into a 6.5% interest rate today, you can always refinance down the road if and when interest rates go down. Meanwhile, I still have a lot of buyers saying to me that they don't want to purchase a home right now because interest rates are too high. But keep in mind that for several years, the interest rates were so low that there were so many buyers in the market and so many bidding wars happening that no buyers were getting the homes that they actually wanted to purchase because they were losing out to all of the cash buyers. And also keep in mind that houses were selling so quickly that buyers hardly got a chance to view them before they had a chance to make an offer. So I would actually venture to say that this is a better market to purchase in today than it was over the course of the last several years when interest rates were lower. And of course, when it comes to cash buyers can almost kind of do whatever they want to do right now. It's always sort of been like that anyway, but in a competitive seller's market where there are a lot of buyers, I was seeing a lot of cash buyers lose out to other cash buyers. Now I'm seeing houses sit on the market a little bit longer and a cash buyer comes along and offers well under list price and offers a quick closing and no appraisal, and the seller is eager to take it because they know with a cash offer there is not going to be a lot of hiccups along the road. As far as new construction is concerned, I am seeing a huge slowdown of people purchasing new construction homes, and that means that builders are actually lowering their prices and increasing their incentives quite a bit, which is a huge plus for home buyers. There are several different reasons for the decrease in new construction purchases. First of all, a lot of buyers don't have time to wait. They need a house and they need a house now, or at least within the next 30 to 45 days. They don't have 3 or 6 or 9 or 12 or 18 months to wait. And that has always been an issue for a lot of buyers. So it's not like that's a new problem that just came up. But keep in mind that for several years now, it's been hard to get under contract on existing homes because it was so competitive. And therefore, a lot of buyers were kind of forced to go with a new construction, whether they wanted to or not, just because that was a home that they could actually get under contract. But also keep in mind, a buyer cannot lock in their interest rate until they're pretty close to closing on the property. Usually you have to be between 30 to 90 days out, the sooner the better, to lock in that interest rate. So if you're having a new construction home built and you're still 6 months away from estimated completion, you won't be able to lock in your interest rate. And because there is so much question with these ever fluctuating interest rates, a lot of buyers are pretty nervous about going new construction right now because they just don't know what type of interest rate they're going to end up with. But again, if you're paying cash, it really doesn't matter. And if you're planning on getting a loan, the silver lining is that there are a lot of great programs out there that if you end up going with the builder's preferred lender, they can often help you buy down your interest rate, or they can pay to lock you in at today's rate. And these are both fantastic because both of these options take away some of the skepticism to the idea of purchasing a home, because they take away some of the unknowing of what the future will hold. And if the preferred lender is not able to lock in your rate for whatever reason, reach out to me. I'll get you in touch with some great local lenders and they'll compete for your business. But I love new construction. I love how the homes come with great warranties bumper to bumper. And I love the more modern architecture and open floor plans, big kitchens, grand primary suites, high ceilings. So I don't want buyers to turn away from new construction just because they're afraid of tomorrow's interest rates. There are always ways around that. So when it comes to selling your house, is this a good time to sell? Well, it's not as good of a time as it was when interest rates were low and there were a lot more buyers. But if the home is priced correctly and there isn't anything big wrong with the home, it should still sell in a reasonable amount of time, maybe within a couple of weeks. But if you are a seller, just keep in mind that if the house is sitting for a very long time, it might be time to talk to your listing agent about changing some of your marketing strategies. For example, some listing agents will advertise that their seller is willing to credit the buyer up to a certain dollar amount toward their closing costs so that the buyer can use that money to buy down their interest rate. You also may consider lowering the price of your home. Every listing agent has their own strategy, but my strategy has always been that if the home is not receiving any offers after 10 showings, or if we have not had any showings after 10 days, then it's time to lower the price for sure. My main advice to anyone selling their home right now is to just be aware that you might not get the same price for your home as your neighbor did when they sold the exact same floor plan 1 year ago. Or you might get the price, but you might not get the closing date you want, or the buyer might not purchase as is, or the home might sit a little longer than you were hoping it to. Predictions for the future? Of course, things change all the time. I have one lender I work closely with who seems to believe interest rates will fall back down to about 4% by mid-2023, although another lender I know seems to think we're going to be in the double digits around the same time. I've spoken with several agents who all seem to think we haven't hit the bottom of the market yet, and that we probably won't hit it for 6 to 18 months or somewhere in there, specifically here in Tucson. I hope you've learned a little bit about the Tucson real estate market in this video. I try to come out with these real estate videos every 3 months or so, so if you found this information helpful, please like and subscribe to follow along for more content. But I come out with a new Tucson video every week about things to do and see and know about this city, which is my hometown. So make sure you're exploring the rest of the channel after you finish up this video. We have over 100 videos out on the channel. When you are ready to buy or sell a home here, I would love to help you out. All my contact information is in the description below each video on the channel. Don't forget to comment below with questions about Tucson and real estate in general. I will try my best to respond quickly. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next Tucson video.